Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our umbrages that we have encountered during the week. And this week we're questioning, okay, will our relationship last?
Ours?
Yep.
Okay.
How to shame someone into changing a habit. And who's the most beautiful woman in the world?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun one.
I know.
But before we get to that, Lindsay, what's your So Fired of the week?
My So Fired of the week is that I was really looking forward to going to Breckenridge this weekend to go see the Bernese Mountain Dog Parade because my little burner baby just passed away. And it's like hundreds of dogs just walking around looking cute. So I was really pumped to go do that. And we ended up not going because it was a blizzard. It was 10 degrees out, terrible driving conditions. Didn't want to get stranded there. And it honestly sounded kind of miserable. So I missed out on that. But the So Fired part is that my husband and I got to spend so much time together still. And we made a big dent on this puzzle that we've been working on for 3 years. It's nearing completion. So that puzzle will be done in no time. So I'm super pumped about that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know, right? Exciting.
Awesome.
Doesn't take much.
Not in your world. It sure does not.
Nope.
Oh, redirect? Okay, that's awesome too.
Yeah. What's your So Fired?
Yesterday I went skiing by myself. I did all the things. I got it ready Sunday night. I had my bags packed. I had my gas in the car already. I was like, that is it. Monday morning, I'm going alone. Because sometimes I'll talk myself out of it the day of. I did not. I kind of slow rolled my way up there. I wasn't like in a big hurry. I don't know why. I always keep telling you how much I hate skiing.
And you lollygag, so you don't really have to go.
Dilly-dally. Stopped a couple of times. Had to get a Starbucks. Then I had to go to the bathroom. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, as I'm getting there yesterday, I was going to Keystone, and it was beautiful outside. Now, I'm more of a gray person, but this sunny bluebird day was magnificent. So now I'm starting to get a little excited. And I'm like, well, let's get our mindset going. Maybe this could be fun. And then I was like ready, out my car, onto the slopes. Now I'm really getting pumped. There was no one there. I had to use the restroom one more time. I was like, you know what? Why don't we just take a run and see what happens? So, like, I just pushed right through there. There was no one in the lines in the gate. Anyway, long story short, I love skiing now. It's magnificent. It was incredible. It was the best day of my entire life.
Because the last time we went skiing, I was like, are you having a good time? And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm just waiting to be done. So I'm so pumped that now you genuinely like the activity of skiing.
That's right. So what happened? I was able, well, it helped that I went enlightened.
Just seems to make everything better.
It just, you know, when there's an element of nature and physicality to it, that's right up my alley. It's a great opportunity to kind of open your mind and experience it on another level. The weather was magnificent. Even when it was gray and like windy and freezing, I was like, oh, this feels so good. Oh, this warm wind in my, and it was like gray and like our chairlift was like swinging back and forth. I was like, oh, this is great, isn't it? And I was like smiling. I had like a big toothy grin. And then I looked up and I saw more mountains and lake. And I was just like, oh my God. And I actually felt myself pushing through physical barriers of fear yesterday. Because I was straight lining, going down the mountain very fast and straight. And then there was going to be like a huge dip, right? You're going downhill, and there's going to be a dip, and then you're going to go back up. Ah! And normally I will ski off to the edge and kind of slow down because I'm afraid. But yesterday I was like, just stick it, just go. And I did. And the whole time I was like, oh God. Oh my God, this is so scary. So I don't know what it took, but all the stars were aligned, and I really do love it. And now I can't get enough of it.
And I love that for myself too.
And I will complain less the next time we're together.
All right. Should we get to our issues? Okay. This is my issue. DoorDash is a scam.
Oh.
I have an issue with DoorDash. So one of our friends very nicely gifted me a gift card to DoorDash, which was super sweet, and I really appreciate it. And I went on DoorDash, and I was looking at the food. I'm like, okay, but then we discovered you can buy goods. So of course I go to Target and I'm like, okay, what can I get from Target? So I go to Target and I buy $30 worth of stuff, just a couple household item things. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm going to go to Sephora and get my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip kit for another $30. As soon as I checked out from Target, my gift card was gone. It was a $50 gift card. So $30 worth of stuff. And then it's like a $3 delivery fee. And then a $6 service fee. And then like a $7 tip. And I'm like, all right, well, that was good while it lasted. And they're just false advertising to me because they say, oh, it's like $2.99 delivery fee. I'm like, okay, perfect. And then I'll tip them. They don't say there's another like $5 or $6 just to use the service. They should just say it's like a $10 service fee.
You should just tell me how much money do I have left to work with after you rape me with all of the fees and taxes.
I know. I'm like, all right, cool.
Dicks. Oh my God, hairs. Here's a bunch of assholes.
Bunch of assholes. DoorDash, get it together. Pay your drivers more, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Stop putting it on my shoulders.
I know. And I still tip the driver 20%.
Yeah, so just tell me how much money I do have.
Yeah, and just say it's going to be $10 to $15 just to, like, place an order. Because that's what it comes down to.
What did you get?
Nonsense. I got a candle. I got some body lotion. I got these picture frame sticky things to hang up a photo. Just, like, small things.
Stupid shit.
Just, like, stupid shit. But stuff I needed to get. So I was like, okay, I'll just do this. I could have just gone to the store.
It would have been cheaper.
It would have been cheaper to go to the store, and then I would have been able to get my Sephora Charlotte Tilbury stuff. I guess I'll just go to Sephora now and get it. Let's take out the middleman.
We do like a drive to Sephora.
Yes, we do. So that's my issue. What's your issue?
I have an issue, and I didn't know this is an issue, and then it caught, and I'm glad I still remember it's my issue. I didn't know that you say the same hello to other people that you do as me.
Oh, what do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
Hey, girl, hey.
You don't just do that to me?
No, I do that to everyone.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a special thing we had, and now it's not, and now I'm hurt by it.
Oh.
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought it was a special thing.
Well, I do it mostly to you.
Yeah, but I also heard you do it to someone that we're not even really friends with, and I was like, what? I was like, we're not even really that friends with that person, and that's how you do it? If it's such of little value to share with somebody lower on the value totem pole, friendship-wise?
I do say it a lot. I even say it to my patients.
And now I'm even more offended.
I didn't know that you thought that it was only for you.
Yes, I did. I didn't know that's how you said hello.
That is how I say hello.
Because I was the one that was like, that's how you say hello to your former friend.
Oh.
And then you started doing it with me, not realizing that you were doing it with everybody.
Yeah, that is how I say hello.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going to do it anymore. Because it feels like, oh, I thought it was just a personal, or like our favorite little thing. Like a little thing between the two of us.
Oh. So now I need to come up with a new way to say hello.
Uh-huh. And it's got to be just exclusive to me.
Real demanding.
No,
here.
I didn't know that I shared my greetings with somebody else. Do you say, hey, girl, hey to your husband?
No, I say, hey, baby.
Ew. That's weird. Well, that wouldn't apply to me. It doesn't matter.
It's like the same kind of thing, though. Like, hey, girl, hey baby.
I'm not amused by that one. Okay.
Well, you say bye to
and
everyone.
that is just us.
No, you say that to everyone.
It started with us.
Yeah, but now you say it to your patrons at the restaurant.
I actually don't say bye to you. No, you're not turning this around. It's my issue, and I get to keep it.
Okay, fine.
Now come up with something new.
Another homework assignment.
But it's a fun one.
It is. Okay, so before we get into our topics for the day, we just have a word from our sponsor. Here we go. Some of the best inventions, experiences, and connections have happened over a drink. Alcohol has been the wingwoman to connections for centuries, but in the age of self-driving cars and meat-free meat, Three Spirit has created a line of botanical drinks to enhance your connections without having to settle for a boring soda water or a Shirley Temple. Whether you want to be the life of the party or have a Netflix and chill night, Three Spirit offers botanical drinks for every mood without the hangover. Check out our full review on YouTube. We'll give you the real on what our faves are and what you can skip. Visit us.3spiritdrinks.com/sofired. Use code SOFIRED for 15% off your entire order. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so I found this really fun 12-question little quiz, and it's like, if you can answer these 12 questions, your relationship will last. I mean, it was more meant for romantic partners, but we're soul sisters, so I think it's good enough. Close enough, right? So I'm going to ask you a question, and you can ask it back to me, and we'll see if we can answer them.
Okay.
And you guys can play along at home with us. Yay. Okay, if someone asked you what I am to you, what do you say?
The greatest living creature ever.
Oh.
only the reason for my existence. What do you say?
I say she's my best friend.
Okay. And even that's a lot, because it used to, if years ago, for old-timey listeners, you know that we couldn't even say the word best friend.
Mm-mm.
She had to like tip her toe into it and learn to come around and say, because we started off by saying bestie.
Yeah, bestie. But now I'm like, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
What are 3 things you love about me?
Why do we have to do you first? I love your eternal optimism. I love how much you love me.
That's a big one.
Yeah, you're telling me. There's not that many out there. And your eternal optimism, and it's just that, and you're fearless.
Okay, those are good.
I'm glad you like them.
Yeah. I love your sense of humor.
I'm glad.
I love your style and that you're trying to teach me to be better.
In life?
In
or,
life.
Or
and
clothes?
fashion. Clothes,
Okay.
yeah. And I love, you always try to push me a little bit harder.
I do?
Yeah.
How so?
Like with podcasting, you're like, get your fucking head in the game. This isn't a hobby. Get it together.
Okay. I'm just like fucking with you. That's
Okay, we'll skip that one because that one is definitely dating. What do you dislike about me?
Nothing.
No.
We've asked this
Yeah.
question to each other before. Literally nothing.
Nothing. We're perfect.
I dislike it when you say my hello to somebody else. I dislike you when you told me I can't pick you up earlier than 8. Like, what the fuck? You're like, I have a husband. I'm like, ugh.
I have a husband that I really like to spend time with.
Well, you're married. You're going to spend eternity together.
Yeah, but just because we're married doesn't mean I see him all the time. We hang out all the time.
Like, anyway, those are the only things I don't like about you.
Now I don't dislike. This is just a quirk that I pick up on. It's like I can tell exactly what kind of mood you're in without saying anything. I'm like, all right, like what's up? What's going on? And I just wait. I just I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take until she?
That happened this morning,
yeah,
didn't it?
Yeah.
But then you got to see what was up.
Yeah.
And it was understood. It's standable.
It was.
Like, for example, I now officially live in a flop house. What's a flop house? Imagine, like, the scene where it's, like, gray outside and you're in, like, Boston. I don't know why it's always Boston. But you're in those, like, slum homes. Mm-hmm. And there's, like, legit mattresses on the floor. I have a legit mattress on my living room floor because one of my roommates, their daybed is uncomfortable. So rather than replacing it, they just went ahead with the cheapest option, and that was to buy an air mattress. And I'm just utterly disgusted. So then I went to my more senior roommate, and I said, what the fuck are you going to do about this? But then I realized I am barking up the wrong tree asking that person to care, because that person sleeps on their bed without sheets. They fucking raw dog the bed. They're fucking just as bad as the other one, if not worse. At least the other one has, like, a sheet on the mattress. And I live with 2, like... they're drug addicts. I mean, like at first glance, it would kind of look druggy, but it's like dressed up nicely because it's in the hills. So you're like, ugh. So that's why I was annoyed. And so I picked up Lindsay today, and I was just like tired and just annoyed.
It's just like, hey, I'm like, all right,
Here we go.
Here we go.
And then I was like, look at this. And Lindsay's like, you're not even talking to me. I'm like, no, I just used you as like the plant to just say these things so I could say it out loud so they could hear me.
And then I'm like, oh, that's why you're in the mood. Okay. Like, if you could just, like, tell me why you're in the mood ahead of time.
I'm like, it will all be revealed momentarily. All right, what's another question?
Okay, what was your first impression of me?
You know what my first, well, I was a little distant, but that wasn't because I was distant to you. But you know my first impression. It was like, this girl, always giggles. Every time you and your husband talk on the phone, you're always laughing. Mm-hmm. And then when I said, try this is disgusting, you did it. And I was like, that's cool. Fearless. When you got fired, you still agreed to help her move the boss that fired us. You then turned around that same day, very same day, and helped her move locations.
I did. She had to get her shit out of my location.
So I thought that was pretty impressive. So those are my impressions.
I was like, who is this lady? She doesn't ever go home. Like, she came in for an appointment and now she's still here and we're closing. I'm like, oh, she must be friends with the boss. But you weren't, actually. So I was like, oh, I think they're just like BFFs. Okay. Like, and then we started working together. I'm like, why is she so aloof? Like, I'm trying to make you laugh. Come on. Let me get you. So you're difficult to make laugh.
Well, back in then, I didn't even like laugh, smile, hug.
And then I was just like, wow, she's an interesting creature. I've never met anyone like this before. And
I'm a little less quirky now. I'm a little more mainstream.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else?
Let's see. Will I forever hold a special place in your heart?
Yes.
That is the right answer. That is the only answer. Yes.
Do you need you ask?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. We can post the rest of those so you can play along.
Later. Are there any other ones that we need?
Well,
that ended so anticlimactically. It sounds like we're going to be good for a while.
Let's see. What is one thing you hope for our future?
That we could start doing cooler shit.
Yeah, cooler shit. We're going to be famous.
Yeah, that's first and foremost.
Yeah, first and foremost. We're going to be famous. We'll be rich bitches.
And then like, we do cool shit. Like I'm going on a ski trip by myself.
Yeah.
You should be there.
I should be.
I should come on trips with you if you have them in the future.
Yeah. More travel.
Just like baller shit.
Yes.
Together.
Cool shit.
Spend a lot more money.
New clothes.
Bigger experiences.
Yeah.
The four of us go double dating.
Mm-hmm. I would love to have a double date.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Could the three of us get on it? Because I'm obviously not able to do it on my own. So when can you guys like all hands in? Okay.
Outsource that.
All hands in. Find Chelsea a date on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Find Chelsea a date.
Twosomes. Yeah, no, I think I just want to continue living our lives together.
Same. Doing bigger shit. I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next we're going to talk about how do you shame someone into forming a new habit that they really absolutely do not want to do and have no interest in participating in.
I didn't know it was going to backfire like this, Lindsay.
Okay, let me give you a little background. Chelsea came over to help us puzzle on Sunday. And on Sunday afternoon, I was making muffins. I made some veggies.
I don't care what you make.
I made a smoothie. Okay. Those require dishes.
Oh, let's give Lindsay an award because she makes food at home. No. Oh my God, she's better than us.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just giving background of what I was doing.
I made muffins. I made a meal. I made a smoothie. Awesome.
Okay, so there were dishes. And the dishes I put in the sink because the dishwasher had not been unloaded yet.
Why not?
Because they were still drying.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
In this day and age, there is a drying active. Okay, go on.
Okay, but that's where I put the dishes. I put them in the sink.
I've never been to your house and not seen dishes in your sink.
Yeah, because the act of opening up the dishwasher and putting the dish in the dishwasher is just like too much. It's too much like brain power sometimes because I'm like, oh my God, I don't know where to put this one because it's kind of full right here. And then should I put it here? I have to move this. And then I'm just like, I don't want to touch the dirty dish. I just don't like to do it. I don't want to do it. I just want to leave my dishes in the sink and they will magically get moved to the dishwasher at some other later point in time. Okay. So Chelsea comes over and she's like, what? You have dishes in your sink again? Oh my God, I literally cannot believe you have dishes in your sink. Like, get it together. Oh my God, what's your husband think about this? And she comes over and like blows up my spot in my own house about what a messy ass slob I am and how I never put a dish in the sink.
Or in the dishwasher.
Or, yeah, in the dishwasher.
You just like over fucking flow. Like if you wanted to wash your hands, like dishes are like high. Like you're kind of like the faucet is just barely over it. It's almost like the dishes are surpassing in height over the faucet. And so in order to wash your hands, you might actually be touching dishes.
Well, I don't wash my hands there.
Maybe your guests do.
There's a bathroom for that.
I didn't know. So that's how you know that your stuff's getting out of control, when you can't do a basic function in a basic function area. And then it's like, no. Because we can't get our shit together with dishes in this dishwasher, you have to utilize a different bathroom.
Okay, but there's also someone else that I live with that will leave a dish in the sink as well.
And
sometimes.
It's your responsibility to take their dish and put it in the dishwasher. Just like it's their responsibility to do all your laundry and clean the house and do all the things. I think in this day and age, you're such a strong person to have this like mental weakness that you choose to like, I don't do it. It's not cute. Like, no, I think you should incorporate doing dishes.
I just feel like
No.
it's not my job.
What is your job, Lindsay?
I cook.
It's also your job, because the household is everyone's job. It's everyone's responsibility. It's just like it's everyone's responsibility not to have a fucking mattress in the living room floor. Like, I may be upset, but it's still like value and respect and love is shown through taking care of what we have.
Yes.
How are you going to disagree with that?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that like give emotional deposits towards your husband? Isn't that a nice way of being like, I acknowledge and here I am trying to help out too? You made the mess. You made the mess.
It wasn't like they were never going to get moved. It just wasn't going to happen at that moment.
This is a bigger symptom of a larger issue. It wasn't just one time. I've literally never not seen dishes in there. And I'm just like, this is really weird, because like everything else is so meticulous and quiet. And like there's a little spot and you're really trying to like, and then you go back there and I'm just like,
Yeah, I don't know. There's some kind of block in the kitchen.
I think you might free up a lot more energy if you just learn to not hate the act of doing it.
Yes. And now the public shame of me doing it is actually what gets it motivated. Because that's how I started changing my sheets on my bed more often.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It was only every 6 weeks, so good God. I'm actually just trying to get you to like practice good hygiene.
Yeah, and I need the public shaming to get me to do it.
It's not as hard as you think it is, and if you do it and you stay on top of it, you'll like it. You like making your you like making your bed now, don't you?
Yeah, I like making my bed.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's like peace in knowing and seeing it done. You might feel the same sense of peace every time you came home and there weren't any dishes. And like maybe a cup because you're walking out the door. Reasonable. But like a fucking pile mile high of every dish, every pot and pan, you're like, that is stressful.
Okay, that was a particular
No.
messy day.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm like, yeah, it was.
No, because it's always like that.
Usually it's not piled that high. There were big bowls that I had to use to make muffins. And the muffin tin. But now I feel shamed, so I'm going to do it. I did leave my house yesterday. I turned around. I was like, all right, put the bowl in the dishwasher. Here we go. So I did turn around to do it because you got in my head.
I'm in your head to get you to do something that will make things better.
I know.
I'm not asking you to like start eating more. Or to stop.
Yeah, you can't shame me into that.
Or work out less. I'm not asking you to do that, am I? Nope. I'm not asking you to wear like flats or turtlenecks or modest clothing. I'm actually not asking you to do anything. This is really something better. And it's on the same, like, remember how I lacked mental fortitude to making the bed all the time?
Yeah.
And now it's just a great habit.
Yeah.
That has positively impacted my life. I would say the same is going to happen to you.
Okay. I will do the dishes I will put them in the dishwasher
And you will empty them.
and I will empty them
And you will have no problem with it.
and I will love it.
Yeah, why not? No big deal. Take away the energy that you're putting on the act of doing it. Just remove it, just do it, and then you're like, fine, whatever.
Okay. I'll report back in a week and see how this is going.
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You have a house that's clean and like there's zen, peace, and tidiness.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. I'll do it.
You shamed me into washing my face.
I did. That's how we work. That's how we operate.
Because that's what it takes to motivate one another.
Yeah. Shame. Okay, let's talk about stop shaming me and let's talk about the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just our opinion, but I did look back at the People's Most Beautiful Woman in the World, which they announced early in the year. I don't know why they don't do it at the same time as the man. But this year, the most beautiful woman in the world that they announced was Melissa McCarthy. And like
What?
random people, I feel like. Margot Robbie was on the list. She's pretty. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ew.
Lizzo.
Ew. So they don't take it very seriously.
They don't take it very seriously. They're like, this is a diversity and inclusion award for everyone.
They don't do that for men.
No.
It's always a white man.
Yeah, and they really only pick truly really hot guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on who the most beautiful women in the world is?
So we took it upon ourselves to nominate what I believe is the prettiest woman in the world. And it's not, well, I think it's Sienna Miller. And here's the thing. I was watching, what's the show?
Anatomy of a Scandal.
Thank you, on Netflix. And I happened to stumble on this. And like the character that she embodies, God, I'm in love. I just want to be this person. Like I want to crawl into her skin because she is very posh in the UK, and her husband is a minister of parliament, and he is being accused of rape. And she is the doting wife that stands by him. But now she's starting to like struggle with like, where are the signs there that my husband might have been a rapist or like been abusive towards women? At first he comes clean and says that he cheated. She's like, well, you're not really coming clean. What's the deal? And then he's like, well, actually she's accusing me of rape.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, but as an English woman, like, oh, this lifestyle is so lavish, and their flat is so perfect. All the aesthetic is everything. And like, she's just like, she's got style like Catherine Bissett, John F. Kennedy Jr.'s wife.
Oh, okay.
Very like Calvin Klein of like the 90s, like Ralph Lauren. And she is like, I am an English woman. I have learned to suppress my emotions. I know how to keep it together. And even when they're arguing, they're like kind of whispering. And I was like, I want to be like that in my next life. So yeah, I think she's the pretty,
Do you think she's most beautiful because of this character? Okay. Yeah, she's also in real life. I swear to God, she never ages.
I would agree with that, because I actually was like, is this her still? Is this Sienna Miller? And it was. And it doesn't, somehow it almost didn't look exactly like her that first, that I didn't realize it. And I was like, I think this is her. She looks amazing. You should just watch the opening scene. Like her hair was just like wavy and like a little unkept. And like so real like that it was very natural that I don't know, it endeared me to her and the character.
I looked it up. She's only 41. I swear she has been like 41 forever, or like 35, 41. She doesn't age.
I would agree with that. She
Yeah.
looks great. She really does. Jude Law, that seems like a lifetime ago.
That's how I know her.
And the nanny scandal.
Yes. That's like the only thing I know about her.
Were they 20?
They must have been.
Yeah.
Such a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 20.
You know who else hasn't really aged is Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah. She still looks good.
I'm in this thing where every morning I wake up and I watch a rom-com.
Oh, that's a good way to start your day.
I don't know. Am I proud of it? No. But lately it's been like all Anne Hathaway. So this morning I watched Bridal Wars.
Oh, I like that one.
I love that. I didn't realize how much that has made like its way into my everyday life. Like there's still a lot of things that I draw from. I love that movie very, very much.
And who was the other bride in it?
You don't know? Jennifer Hudson. Our it girl.
No, not Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, not Jennifer Lawrence.
No, Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson?
Who's the other one?
No.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Kate Hudson.
That's her. She's in
Oh,
that.
yes. Okay.
I love that movie.
I was thinking it was either her or Katherine Heigl.
Ew.
Yeah.
I hate Katherine Heigl.
Actually, I think Kate Hudson is the most beautiful woman in the world. She also doesn't age.
She's lovely.
She's gorgeous. Yeah, she looks so good.
I miss her in rom-coms. I miss that period of time where it was so innocent. Actually, you know what I have an issue with?
What?
I've got to remember now that we're talking about Kate Hudson. I was watching How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days earlier this week. And that came out in 2003, so exactly 20 years ago. It's the anniversary. It has been 20 years in which in which a man approaches a woman and officially formally says, "Will you be my girlfriend?" That has, in 20 short years, been eradicated, that art form.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it right before our own eyes, like civilization crumbling right before its own eyes, like procreating as we know it is no longer. I like you. Will you be my girlfriend? Does that exist anymore?
Well, there's got to be some kind of conversation or a question.
Is there?
Or is it just like,
Hey.
oh, are we just like only seeing each other now?
Yeah. But like,
And then it's kind of like you might be introduced as a girlfriend at some point when you meet someone. And then you're like, oh, I am a girlfriend.
oh, I'm having feelings for this person. Oh, me too. I have feelings. That's amazing. Let's make a date. Let's honor the date made.
Yeah, I think that's hard to come by.
That is hard. And it was so sad because it's just in 20 short years that is no longer how it is. And I don't think anybody realized that technology, how much it would erode. So, and then we wonder, why are we not procreating?
Because no one's saying I like you.
No, will you be my girlfriend?
Right.
Out the window.
And also, the age of rom-coms, I think, is gone.
Over.
It's over.
The art form.
Because-
maybe I'm more sad about that.
Yeah, I'm more sad about that because that is my favorite genre of movie. Because
2003.
Yes.
So that was like Hitch. Mm-hmm. That was How to Lose a Guy. Bride Wars.
Oh,
Devil Wears Prada.
yeah. Friends with Benefits.
Yes. It was a very sweet and innocent time.
Yeah, now when they make a movie
Ugh.
that's made, if it's trying to be rom-com-y, I just feel like technology is inserted too much into it. Like, you don't have those cute run-ins anymore because you would be on your phone and making a plan to, like, meet someone, and you're never going to, like, accidentally, I don't know, find a friend of a friend at a wedding anymore. It just seems like it's just not going to happen.
What's the other one with Kate Hudson, where she and her bestie are in love with the same guy?
What is that?
I really like that one. That guy, I think about that guy often.
I don't know what that one is. Or like, or My Best Friend's Wedding, Julia Roberts.
No, that's a little bit older than I like.
Yeah.
Kate Hudson's in something else where she's like engaged to this attorney. And it's always in New York City.
It is. Big city girl, big city dreams. I mean, you know what has replaced it is my holiday Hallmark movies.
Yeah, but that's a seasonal thing.
We're in a time warp. I know, so I can enjoy it.
I see the value in that. That was an okay one that we watched. When they end so abruptly.
They do. It's like, and we love each other now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The end. Yeah, I do think it's an art form that's lost, and it's sad.
We should produce new rom-coms.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for today.
Well, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
I think we're going to make it. Our relationship is going to last
Forever.
And I have been shamed into putting dishes into my dishwasher. And Kate Hudson and Sienna Miller, they are the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want you to watch this Scandal just for a second, just so you don't have to watch the whole series, but just like the opening, you're just like, oh my gosh, your life is amazing. I wouldn't mind living that life.
Okay. I'll give it a go.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Okay, make sure you share this episode with your bestie so we can keep on podcasting every single week. Follow and subscribe at So Fired Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.